Hey guys, so today I'm doing my foundation routine for you, and this is definitely a pretty full coverage foundation. I know that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it's what I like and it's what I'm doing. So just keep that in mind while you're watching. The one that I'm using today is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and I wear the shade Gobi. It's light 3, whatever that is. So this is the shade that I wear for it. This is a very, very expensive foundation. So I do want to throw in my favorite drugstore recommendation for you guys, and that is the Revlon Color Stay. Honestly, like, I use these equally, even though this one's $45 and this one's like $10. I love them both just as much. And this one I definitely gravitate towards if I need it to last a long time. Like, I went to a school dance the other day and this is one that I used because I knew it was going to last all night, and it did. Like, this stuff is legit. Like, it definitely is long lasting. I don't know about 24 hours. Don't really feel like trying it for 24 hours, but I know this is just like a favorite for a lot of different people, and I definitely recommend this. But I did use the NARS one today just because it has a beautiful finish. It's definitely a little bit more natural looking, and I don't need it to last like a ridiculous amount of time. So this is the one I used today. I love, 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 love it. It's so good. But yeah, like I said, this is full coverage. You do you, I do me. If you don't like full coverage, you don't have to do as many steps as I do. But yeah, I did show you blush, contour, and highlight as well. Even though this is just a foundation routine, I did add those because to me that's part of the foundation routine. Maybe in the future I'll do something more specific to like contouring and highlighting, but yeah, I did show it today. So I don't think I have anything else to say. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial now. Okay, so starting out with primer, I use the Benefit Porefessional, and this is just a sample size that I'm using here, but honestly I love it so much. I already went out and purchased the full size for once that is all finished, but I basically just focus that in the center of my face, especially on the sides of my nose because I have larger pores there, but then just anywhere else that I have like uneven texture, I'll go ahead and put whatever's left over there. Then actually starting to go in with the foundation, I like to just dot it all over my face. That way I know it's even everywhere and I don't have to worry about like missing any spots. So I just dot it all over my face, and then I go in with my damp beauty blender and I just start to kind of press it into my skin. If you like full coverage like I do, you definitely want to use more of a patting motion. That way you're not just like rubbing the foundation all over the place, you're really focusing it on the area that you put it. So I just like to do a light layer all over my face, and then I'll go in with a little bit extra anywhere that I have a lot of redness or, you know, I'm starting to break out, whatever. But this is a really good foundation for layering, so I don't have to worry about it like caking up or anything. Okay, so then I go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is the shade NW20, which is a little bit too pinky orange for my skin tone, so I only put it right underneath my eyes where I have the most like blue purplish tones from my dark circles, and I like to just pat that in with my finger because this is a very, very good concealer. It covers very well, but because it doesn't match the rest of my face, I'm careful about where I put it. So I go ahead and put that there just to, like I said, conceal the dark circles, and then once it's all blended in, I go in with a different concealer to highlight my face. So this is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and I just do the traditional like triangles under my eyes. I put a little bit on my nose, forehead, chin, just anywhere that you want to bring forward and highlight on your face. And this is a really, really good concealer. I didn't expect myself to like it as much as I do. It just doesn't cover my dark circles as well as I would like it to, so that's why I like to use 2 concealers for my eyes. But yeah, once I am done putting that all over the place, I like to go in with my beauty blender again and just pat that into my skin. So then that is it for liquid and cream products. So I like to set everything and make sure it doesn't crease or move around throughout the day. And my favorite powder is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. It is such a good setting powder. It doesn't give you any coverage, but it is so inexpensive. I think it's about $4 from the drugstore, and it really just locks your foundation into place. I use a pressing motion, and that is the e.l.f. powder brush. It just does a really good job of setting your foundation and concealer. So then, since I'm very like ghostly looking, I like to warm up my skin a little bit. So I'm using this Sephora bronzer, and this is not to contour. That is way too reddish orange to contour with. But I just like to put that like on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead to warm up my skin a little bit. And then once I'm done with that, I will go in with my Benefit Hoola bronzer, which is a lot cooler in tone, and I'll be more precise with that one to actually like contour my cheeks, my forehead, and then with and then with whatever is left, I like to put just like down the sides of my nose. So there you can just see the difference that it makes. You don't have to be as heavy-handed as I am, or you can do a little bit more if that's what you prefer, but I really like the way that contouring and bronzing looks. So then I go in with some blush. This is the e.l.f. Studio Blush in the shade Tickled Pink. You can see that it is very loved. It's my favorite blush. I just think it's the perfect color for me because I am so pale. It just gives your cheeks a nice flush of color without being too overpowering. And then I'm going back into the Sephora trio thing that I used the bronzer from earlier. And I'm just taking the highlight color and putting it like on the tops of my cheekbones. You can see there, like, I love this highlighter. So I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose, some on my Cupid's bow, just again, pretty much anywhere that I put the light concealer before. And then to finish things off, I just go in with this e.l.f. setting spray and obviously spray it all over my face. It just makes sure that I don't look too powdery or anything. So that wraps up my foundation routine. I hope you guys found it helpful or liked watching it. I know I like watching foundation routine videos, which is why I did one. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys found it helpful and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment and all of that fun stuff that everybody says to do at the end of every single video. Okay, so I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright guys. There's a stink bug on my curling iron. Do you guys see this? Do you see this? What the hell? I was not expecting that. I looked over and there was just like this stink bug on here. That's so gross. Oh, I don't like bugs.